After 3.5 years, we're going back to Africa.
Just outside of the airport.
We're currently in the middle of city. Basically, this is the main street.
Oh, wow!
Hello! Currently, we are in Austria's capital, Vienna, and today's goal is very far away. After 3.5 years, we're going back to Africa.
Yes, the last time we were there, we were in Kenya and Tanzania, and this time, in just a couple of hours, we are flying to Zimbabwe. Our brains couldn't process it yet, but we have 5,000 miles to go to see one of the most impressive nature's wonders in the world. So we don't have a lot of time, and let's go! We are already at the airport, so maybe it's the time to go through our plan. And now we are flying to our first African country. So in 40 minutes we are boarding the plane to Ethiopia. But we are flying to Addis Ababa, but not going off the airport there this time, maybe some other time. But then we are just going there for a few hours and then flying to our destination, Victoria Falls. So I think that's the reveal where we are going and what's the idea of this video. So we are going to the largest falls in the whole world, Victoria Falls, and we are definitely going to share our first impressions of the city, our first impressions of the waterfall, and I hope to see the rainbow because that's the plan.
We are already in Ethiopia after our not very easy 6 hours flight. Second flight, which will be to Victoria Falls, and see you there.
We are already in Zimbabwe. In the airport right now, Mantas is waiting for the luggage. The flight was not easy again, we slept a lot, but it's amazing. We are almost at the destination, just getting the taxi, going to the hotel, and then seeing the most impressive waterfalls in the world. And just outside of the airport. Not sure what is the first thing that comes to your head when you think about the hotels in Zimbabwe, but probably if you ask me a couple of years ago, I would imagine some tent in the middle of safari or something like that. But here there are a lot of fancy hotels. Of course, we haven't took one of them. We took a simple hotel that cost 100 euros per night. Not super cheap, but not the most expensive one. So let's check how the room looks. Come to the room and you immediately see all the African elements everywhere. Then on one of the corners, you do have a full bathroom. A bath, toilet, everything that you could need. Then you go to the main room. As always, you have the curtains from mosquitoes, because only filming this, I saw that 2 mosquitoes come to the room. So that's not what you would expect here. And then you have all the elements that you probably need in the room. But the most fancy thing in here is that we do have a balcony here where during the night and early mornings there in that location you can see buffaloes and elephants coming here to eat. So I'm not sure if we are going to sleep so we could see this. And now, after going so far, it's probably the time to go to the city, explore the Victoria Falls. But before that, we couldn't go like this, so it's time to change. Okay, we are ready, so let's go to the city. We are already on the road, walking to Victoria Falls, and you can see the sidewalk is just what you would expect in here. So I already have a lot of sand in my shoes, but still the emotions are over the top right now.
We are currently in the middle of city. Basically, this is the main street.
Yeah, that is the city center of the city, and only 10 minutes walk to the falls. Actually, it wasn't that far away, so we just walked, and here we are. Now, the ticket here cost $50 per person, but you have no choices, so you just pay and go.
Lithuania, very small country in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Way to the falls, left. The first impression so far, everyone is super friendly, and the second thing that you notice immediately, that anywhere you go you just hear the sound of, like, you know, the water or the planes or the helicopters, you're not sure, but now we realize it's the falls that you hear all the time.
Yeah, and basically their name in native language is Sounds of Thunder.
Really? That's so cool. Oh wow. To see the rainbow in here, you have to come between 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., something like that. So you couldn't see it like the whole day, so we are lucky with it.
It was only 2 checkpoints, but it was really worth it to travel all these 5,000 miles. What do you think, Dovila?
Oh yeah, and $50 or euros is really worth the view and the photos, everything. And the craziest part of it all, that this part is called Devil Cataracta at the top, and you can swim in there. Like, I would never do that, like, ever, but you could do this.
And here we're getting closer to checkpoint number 5.
Oh, you can see a lot of distance here.
It's just raining here from the waterfall, and the flow right now is not the maximum, it's like minimum. So if you would come here in May, it would be like 10 times more, so I couldn't even imagine how it would look like. And yeah, just walking by and you can see animals everywhere here.
So to summarize everything, even though it's just the first days in Africa and we're currently in Zimbabwe and have so much more to see, it's still, we're already in love with Africa. We just enjoy every second, and I think the upcoming days and upcoming countries are going to be even more impressive. So I think that's all for today. If you love this video, please like, subscribe and comment, and stay tuned because the other countries are gonna be just crazy. We booked the experiences we have never heard about. Stay tuned.